a brief look at 10 handy tips that I use on a day in and day out basis with my iPhone. Check it out. So the first tip involves guided access. Now, most of you guys probably know about the majority of these tips, but I'm hoping that there'll be at least one or two in here that maybe you forgot about, or maybe you didn't know about at all. So if you go to settings, general accessibility, guided access, you're gonna find the guided access section of the settings here. And here you can set up guided access to restrict a user to a specific app. You can even set up time limits. And after that time limit elapses, they can no longer use your phone. So this is really handy for me because I have a lot of friends with kids, and those kids always wanna use my phone and play games and things of that nature. So what I can do is load up a game and then enable guided access by triple tapping like this. And then I can go in and set it up. So you'll see the options in the bottom left-hand corner. If I tap that, I can actually restrict all sorts of things. So I can prevent them from using the sleep wake button, the volume buttons. I can even set a time limit if I want to. So I'm gonna set a 1 minute time limit here just to show you this for an example. You can also restrict access to specific things on the screen. So if you draw like this, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna draw a box around this, and I'll just finesse it a little bit. There we go. And when we're done, just tap on start. So guided access is now started, and you can see my taps are restricted to a specific area. And when I try to press the home button, notice I can't get back home. I can't even turn the device off as the sleep button is disabled. In fact, the volume buttons don't even work. Remember, we turned those off as well. So you can see that guided access can be extremely handy for helping keep your phone safe and keeping people from snooping around your phone. You can even set a time limit, and you can see the time is expired there. So that will just shut things down, and you'll have to enter your passcode that you set up or use Touch ID to verify before you can get out of guided access and get back to using your phone normally. So in this example, we're using Touch ID to get out of guided access, and we're out, just like that. Here's something that tends to fly under the radar. You can access Spotlight Search directly instead of having to swipe down on Notification Center, tap it in the search bar. You can just swipe down a little bit like this. You'll feel a little haptic feedback, and then that search bar opens up and you get your keyboard right there. Super simple, super easy. So just swipe down like that, release, and then you get right to the Spotlight Search with the keyboard open, ready to type. Did you know you could access Notification Center via reachability? Yes, so you can invoke reachability and then swipe down right where the status bar would be, and you can access all of your notifications. So again, invoke reachability and swipe down right above the app icons to invoke Notification Center. If you have a 3D touch enabled iPhone, this is something I use literally all the time. So you tap the share button, and then you tap the print button in the share sheet. And then on the printer options page, instead of selecting your printer, just 3D touch right on the document, and that opens it up in a PDF view. So basically you're printing a PDF, and now you can tap the share button to share to all of your favorite services. By far one of the best tips. Now I'm pretty sure that most of you know about this tip, but just in case, I'm gonna show you how to close all Safari tabs in one fell swoop. So all you need to do is just tap and hold on the tab switcher button like that, or you can tap and hold on the done button inside of the tab switcher, and then select close however many tabs. Race to wake is a feature that most probably know about, but I think some forget to use it. If you go to settings, display and brightness, make sure race to wake is enabled. This is nice to have because all you need to do is raise your iPhone and it wakes up automatically to check time and notifications. I take tons of screenshots on a regular basis, and sometimes I have trouble locating the old ones that I look for. So what I like to do here is I like to go into the Photos app and take advantage of the Screenshots album under the Albums tab. There you can find all of your screenshots. This is also a great way to quickly delete all of your screenshots if you want to. I like 3D Touch for a lot of reasons, but this is definitely at the top of my list. Being able to clear all notifications in one fell swoop by simply 3D touching on the little X right here in Notification Center. Then select Clear All Notifications, and just like that, they're gone. See ya. If you ever find your iPhone just running ridiculously slow and sluggish, you can clear all apps out of memory using this handy tip. So you can see I have that pinball game in memory, I have Instagram in memory, and I have several other apps in memory as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the sleep button until I get the slide to power off dialog. So just hold it. There's the slide to power off dialog. Now you wanna hold the home button until you return to the home screen. Now all the apps are cleared out of memory, so even though you open up the app switcher, you still see the previews for the apps. When you load them up, notice they start completely over because they've been purged from memory. Not something you want to do on a regular basis or something you want to get in a habit of doing, but handy when you need it. So, about that pinball game that we played earlier, Pin Out, that's actually located inside a folder on the second page of my home screen, on the second page of that folder. I tend to organize my home screen in that way, and this can make it difficult to find specific apps and launch them efficiently. So you can use Spotlight Search, but I find Siri to be even better. Launch Pin Out. So ladies and gentlemen, those are 10 handy tips that I use all the time on my iPhone. What about you? Let me know down below in the comments. This is Jeff with 9to5Mac.